What are you looking for tomorrow in terms just to start this long stretch of this part of the season?
Yeah, few is interesting word choice. It's been quite a few days off. And so how do we want to start? Well, we want to start with any kind of win. Vancouver's been on a good run of form, 3 out of 4. We got to knock the rust off the tires. It's going to be interesting to see how the team comes out and performs. We're missing some guys. So, I'm hopeful. I think the training's been okay. But let's just see how the game manifests itself.
Coach, some of the guys that you're missing, Yamar and Cleveland, were both in the injury report. Can you talk a little bit about both of those injuries?
Yeah, goalkeeping's a tough position, and I don't know if you saw his black eye and stitches. That happened in training. And Ymar, the first day back from the break, we were, putting him through some fitness work. He had a little tightness. We didn't think it was much. He had first MRI, didn't come back with anything like dramatic or anything. And then he came out the next day and tried to, just maybe it was tightness, soreness, but we took another one and we had to shut him down just out of precaution. It's, we got a pile of games coming up and I don't want to take the risk.
With Cleveland, did he have to go through any sort of CT scan or anything like that?
He did all that. I don't know all the medical details, but he had stitches up in here, 14 of them around his eye socket and cheek up here, and it was a pretty good one.
And that was like a collision in training?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah. He was coming out, made the save. He made the save. That's good.
Other players that were out here, Nuhu, there were some reports of a situation that he was involved
I saw
in.
him. I saw it.
Do you know much about it?
Nope, but when he gets here, I'm going to ask him about it. And I will find out, and I'll get to the bottom of it.
When is he supposed to be back?
He's on a plane now. He'll be in Seattle today.
And is the expectation that he'd be available tomorrow?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, look, I can't start him.
Right.
I mean, he's coming from a, God knows, 14-hour flight. I don't want to put him at injury risk. But I put him on the bench. We need him the last few minutes.
And Arriaga was out here.
Yep.
Was he
Javi's in.
fully available
Yep,
then?
fully available.
And he got sent home early from Ecuador?
No, it wasn't early. He just didn't play. He wasn't featured in that game. The coach
Okay.
didn't. The coach wanted to try a few other players out.
Right, but I mean, he was able to leave before the end of, because their game was yesterday, right? Or when was the game?
He flew directly after their game.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow's a big day for you guys and Sounders fans. Thursday could be a big day for this entire area with the World Cup. A big announcement. Just what would this mean to this area to get some matches here? for the
Chris,
World Cup?
that is a great question, because we're all super excited about it. The World Cup hasn't been to the United States since '94. I think it's good timing. It's good timing for our league. It's good timing for our franchise. We're moving into a new building, new training facility, the World Cup coming. We've been pretty successful. I think for us in this area of the country, it's a massive, massive statement about how much soccer is involved in our community, or the community's involved in our sport. I guess you could say that either way. I just would be so excited to watch a game at Lumen Field. I still remember '94. I was there at USA Columbia. I went to a couple games there, '94, and they were, really life-changing moments. I didn't know exactly what to expect, but the whole area around the stadiums. I was at a game in Stanford and then the one down at the Coliseum. The fans, everybody coming, the nationalities, soccer as a world sport, just the whole vibe was really tremendous. So I'm looking forward to, being able to showcase our city, our team, what we have here. It'd be great.
You were playing in '94, right? Not
Indoor.
Indoor, right?
Yeah.
You were.
No, I was just there as a fan.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just there totally as a fan.
It sounds like you're pretty confident that the city's going
Well, I'm feeling hopefully confident. I mean, they don't look. Matt, I am way down here. People up here are making those choices. I'm way down here. But as a guy that's born and raised in Seattle, I'd love it to be a good announcement on Thursday.
What's the pitch you think for why it should come to Seattle?
Well, I think we live in a great part of the world. I think our stadium's great. I think there's plenty of practice facilities for the various teams that are going to be here. I think the vicinity to Vancouver, which is one of the finalists, I think that makes sense geographically. I think there's a lot of good reasons. I think Maya Mendoza and the whole Sounder organization, Adrian, the backing of our ownership group, we've put a lot of time and effort into it. And so rewarding those people for their effort and enthusiasm is key and critical.
Coach, I wasn't able to ask you last week about Sam Adeniran, being loaned out. Just kind of wanted to get your take on.
Yeah, it's just finding places. Look, he was behind Chu and Jordan and stuff like that, and Defiance. He was playing there, but training with us. But maybe a change of scenery would help. I mean, we loaned Ethan out. We always look to loan some of the young players out if they're not getting enough playing time, or they just need a little something different environment to blossom.
Is there a special relationship with Austin? With San Antonio? Seems like DeLam and Corey Dillon, quite a few players going on that route.
No. I mean, it's just wherever Craig and those guys put them. I don't think there's any special relationship. The coach is great, but
you mentioned wanting to maybe possibly figure out a way to get the international players some of a break, similar to the ones that, I guess not similar, but like you were able to give the other players that didn't go on, on duty. So have you figured out like maybe how
Nope.
you're planning to do that, and do you have an update?
Not yet.
No, okay. And
Not
then
yet.
Nuhu and Albert, I don't know if anybody asked, but when do they have expect?
Nuhu's on a plane. He'll be there this afternoon, and Albert, I believe, is playing tomorrow. He played today. It was this morning.
Yeah.
Last night, but this morning.
Yeah.
Because there's like 16 hours difference or something.
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. Yeah. Okay.
So he's definitely, so he's definitely out.
He might make kickoff, but I'm not so sure I'm going to play him.
Yeah, you with this the next stretch, have you bracketed out like how you want the rest of the season to kind of go?
No.
Goals?
We're going to try and make it. Jada, you were talking to Steph. I mean, look, this game's an important game. It starts off a 4-game homestand. There is going to be a little bit of rust. We're just focused on this game. This game's the most important, and we got a good, renewed LAFC team that just made a massive signing today, or announced the massive signing today. So we can't look past too many opponents. We got our hands full this game and on the weekend.
Not that you are looking for added motivation, but do you talk at all about the way the last meeting with the Whitecaps went, where they were acting like they won the MLS Cup despite a
draw?
tie?
Yeah.
Draw.
I kind of remember that. I try and, push past some of those things. Vanny is a really good, energetic coach, and it shows. Sometimes the team takes after their coach and their personality. They have a belief that they can win every game, and he's all emotional. I'm sure you've seen some of their social media stuff. He's in there after games, and that's his style. And his team, again, has been playing well, so credit to him.
Do you think, I don't know if you get into this, but advantageous or disadvantageous, they did play during this break? You guys have had a long, do you read much into that?
No. It's two rivals going after each other. It'll be a good game.
Hey, Brian, you could talk about any position, but your back line has had changes, injuries, but yet has been really consistent. Can you just talk about their growth and maturity back there?
It starts with the guy you interviewed first, Steph, works its way forward. Alex Roldan had a really good college coach in Pete Fewing. Jackson Reagan has done well. Javi and Yaimar, top players. Nuhu plays for Cameroon. We've got Jimmy Madranda coming back. Kellen's done well there. It's a good, diverse, back four, back five sometimes. So they're good.
But I mean, the ability to mesh all that, I mean, that takes some good coaching, right?
Well, it's the players, Moz.
I'm not.
It's
I know you don't
it's
wanna
Andy
talk about
Rose.
that. Yeah.
Andy Rose has come and done a good job working with the defenders. You know, he was a center back. He started off as a midfielder at UCLA, but played center back the last couple of years of his career. He's got that experience. You know, he played in Europe and Scotland, so you know he's done a great job.
Real quick, what's the status on Josh?
He's still. I can't even put him day to day yet. He's still a ways out.
And what was his injury?
Adductor.